Snuggling on the sofa next to husband Scott, Teresa Carey looks every inch the glowing mum-to-be. But only 5 years ago, the evangelical Christian from Gedling, Nottinghamshire, was making her living as a lesbian porn star.
I started at the age of 17 as just a portrait model, doing headshots and things, and then it was bra off, and basically it was like in stages. A year down the line I was doing from portrait model to completely nude, open leg kind of stuff, and I went to the agency in London and they sent me straight to America, and from then on I started doing proper glamour work.
The 36-year-old slept with more than 100 women on camera and appeared naked in adult magazines, including Playboy, Penthouse and Hustler. But despite her success, Teresa began to feel increasingly uneasy with the adult industry.
I enjoyed doing what I was doing because I was working with girls and everything was friendly and good. It was more to do with me inside. It was a slow process of me feeling it inside my own heart of what am I doing.
Teresa's life changed forever when she and husband Scott experienced a religious epiphany in which they came face to face with Jesus.
A vision came over us both, and I think the reason it happened to us both together is so that years down the line I can think back and realise, okay, I'm not crazy, because it happened to my husband as well.
I remember a man saying, "It's time. How mad is this?" I thought it was normal, and he said, "It's time." And I was, "Time for what?" And it's, "To see Jesus." We were kind of taken.
Very weird sensation.
Yeah, very, very strange sensation. Very brilliant though. We knew what was happening. So you're talking a good 3 or 4 minutes. When we came out, we were absolutely overcome with emotion. We looked at each other and it was streaming down our face, but we couldn't say anything. It must have took 5 minutes before we could breathe properly. And yet our bodies were normal. But the moment we came in, it shook us. It was incredible.
And while Teresa's family tolerated her porn career, they found her conversion to Christianity harder to stomach.
When I went running to my parents and saying, "I've seen Jesus, you know, you've got to believe me," all that I always thought was true, that's when they were just like, "You're on drugs, there's something wrong, something's not right here." I was still seeing them whilst I was doing porn, but as soon as Jesus came on the scene, I didn't see him for 7 years.
In 2009, Teresa deleted all her porn industry contacts in order to devote herself exclusively to the Lord, including closing down her successful website.
People saying, "Oh well, she was spent anyway. You know, her career was gone, and it's all very convenient now how she's had this epiphany." And that's just not true. I was earning a lot of money for doing very little, and I could have continued that for years. I've known girls in the industry that are still doing it at 48, and they're still earning a fortune.
Teresa now travels to public speaking engagements at student unions and churches around the country under the name Porn Again Christian in order to share her experiences of her faith.
The reaction from students up and down the country is fantastic. Obviously we're dealing with intelligent people. Everybody is willing to listen, and the thing is, when someone's giving their testimony like I am, you can't argue with it, because it's what's happened to me and I'm giving it over to people.
Teresa and 48-year-old Scott tied the knot in 2012. Now they're having a baby, which the former adult actress says is her gift from God. And when the time is right, Teresa won't shy away from telling her child about her past.
Do I plan on telling my children about my previous career? Yes, but not when they're children. I'll tell them when they're of age, when they're approaching teens, when they're asking these kind of questions. There's always going to be some tongue wagging somewhere, and they need to know the truth. And the truth is what I'll give them.